Haha, I'm here. I made it today. I'm ready to show face, pure, clean, raw skin today. I'm feeling the energies of opening up. I've been going through this ascension process, and it's been a hell of a process. I feel like a brand new butterfly just going through the rebirth, shedding old skin, the release, really pushing through. Really pushing through, and I'm loving it. I'm loving this energy. Yes, a lot of celebrations, a lot of balance, past, present, future, bringing it all together. Let's connect to our breath. A lot of self-reflection. I love it. I love it. Taking accountability, taking your next step forward. Picturing the light going down our spine, feeling our claws, letting our claws rise, not our chest. When we release, we're gonna release with the buzz of the bee, the hiss of the snake, and the dragonfly. Let's keep it in. Oh, they said two. We're keeping it in trees, though. Keeping it in trees. Okay? The coming together, the gatherings within. Here we go. Awakening dormant spaces. My boyfriend is home with my baby, and it's all good, though. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. Here we go. And here we go. So somebody's pulling up. Somebody's pulling up, huh? New baby, new cycles. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Feel like a brand new baby. And here's my baby. Let's see. A lot of light energy. A lot of going into the unknown. Kanaloa. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's read Kanaloa. Let's read Kanaloa. Briefly, please. But let me read this first part first. So this is all about know your ancestors, know your gods, yeah. Know where the teachings came from. Kanaloa is one of the four major gods, Kane, Lono, Ku, and Kanaloa. He often appears with Kane, the god of fresh water, and the creator of all life. Ki'i, statue, represents Kanaloa, showing him wearing a headdress that touches the ground, because Kanaloa connects the conscious and the unconscious minds, integrating the upper and lower selves. The early Christians, listen now, tune in, okay, tune in. This is what I'm breaking free from, so we can connect to who we are and connect to our people. So tune the fuck in. The early Christians confused Kanaloa with Satan. They wanted you to think that your ancestors were dark and evil. Okay? Or Milu, the ruler of the underworld. But Kanaloa is actually the god of salt water and ocean winds. One of Kanaloa's kinolao, his forms, that of a squid, was believed to make sickness flee. You see how we tap into certain energies and how the dis-ease on the planet continues? Because there's a lot of forgotten ones, yeah? There's a lot of people that we forgot about. There's a lot of people that they told us were dark and evil, and those were actually the ancestors we need to help rend the sickness out of town. Yeah. Chase the fucking crazy bald heads out of town. Therefore, Kanaloa was often appealed to for healing someone who was believed to be under a sorcerer's spell. Kaho'olawe, a 45 square mile island close to the island of Maui, is sometimes referred to as Kanaloa. Between Maui and Kaho'olawe is a channel through which waves pass from all over the world. I just was thinking about the 8 waves, and I'm thinking about the waves and the flood. I'm seeing the flood. is not even the actual flooding of physical waters. It's the flood of us, yeah? Our bodies of water flooding the earth with love, with healing. That's what it is to me. This flood that's coming, it's us. And they ain't fucking ready for it. Between Maui and Koho'olawe is a channel through which waves pass from all over the world as they travel towards Tahiti, the ancestral home of many Hawaiians. For many years, Koho'olawe was used for bombing practices by the U.S. military. See how that is? Like Kanaloa, you know, the god that we would go to for healing, yeah? The god that they considered Satan. It's being bombed, and that's what we do, yeah? With that rebuking Satan shit. Throwing all these bombs on our ancestors. There's the winds in confirmation, and I hear you, and I feel you, and I acknowledge you, and I invoke your powers. One of their experiments, in attempt to simulate an atomic blast, is believed to have cracked the island's foundation. The struggle to save Koho'olawe is similar to the struggle to save Hawaii and the Hawaiian way of life. Military occupation as well as ecologically insensitive development strain the fragile Hawaiian ecosystem, primarily due to the efforts of a group known as Koho'olawe Ohana. The bombing of Koho'olawe was stopped after a long and costly struggle. In 1977, George Helm, a musician who taught that Koho'olawe was a sacred place, and Kimo Mitchell, another member of the Ohana, disappeared at sea following a protest. Other costs included loss of vegetation and the estimated $350 million or more dollars it would take to partially restore some of it and clean up the island. There has been talk of the training of dolphins to locate some of the unexploded bombs that are still submerged in the surrounding waters. That's us using our telepathy, yeah. In 1990, the Navy began blowing hose on the windswept plains of Koho'olawe in order to accomplish what they claim was the most effective method of planting trees. Meanwhile, on the biggest island, Hawaii, 24,593 acres of land called the Pohakuloa Training Area. Let me light up, because this is fucking heartbreaking. How the fuck do you read something so heartbreaking? Okay. Yeah, cry out, okay? They hear the calls. They hear the cries. This is my island. We're speaking up. Okay. 24,593 acres of land called the Pohakuloa Training Area, which includes a portion of Hawaiian homelands leased to the military for $1 a year, has been used for military training exercises, which include bombing practices. In 1993, the U.S. Army trained 185 Japanese aviators by bombing the Pohakuloa target zone. 10 peace groups, including 4 from Japan, unsuccessfully protested. In June 1994, I was on the Big Island with friends and 2 young girls gathering mullein flowers on the slope of a mountain called Mauna Kea for a homeopathic remedy for earaches. We were up in a field above the cloud line. When we first heard the bombing, that seemed uncontrollably close, while we continued gathering herbs for healing, the bombing sounded reminders of destruction. Then we heard the sound of a crash coming from the treacherous saddle road which leads up the mountain. Following the sound, we came upon the wreckage of a rubbish truck, partially covered with sawdust, buried and surrounded by refuse, lay a Hawaiian man who had been driving the truck. He appeared to have been missing an ear. Although we tried, we were unable to find out whether he survived the crash or what distracted his concentration down the road of Mauna Kea. The scene reminded me of how fragile and interconnected we are. I wonder about the mindset that would cause people to bomb the sacred land of Hawaii. That day, I learned that the importance of political action and involvement. For if our leaders do not have values that respect the earth and the life she provides, any effort to heal this is rough, man. Because this is what they have. We under. Any effort to heal or clean up the messes of others is jeopardized. Kanaloa means grounded, secure, firm, established, immovable, unconquerable. A solid foundation can bring you security and strength. Are you satisfied with your living situation? What grounds you? Is it a place, a way of life, or both? Not only where, but how you are living is important. It is important that your behaviors are consistent with your values and beliefs. Do you hear that shit? Okay? I was talking about the motherfucking code the other day. Are you consistent? I'm gonna read that again. It is important that your behaviors are consistent with your values and beliefs. When Kanaloa appears, you may want to evaluate what your life is founded upon. Kanaloa reminds you that security and healing are built upon a solid foundation. In order to evaluate whether or not a foundation is a solid one, you may want to consider its implications. An example of a solid foundation is one which facilitates preserving and saving the earth for future generations. If you discover a faulty foundation, replace it with another one. If you discover someone around you is acting based on a faulty foundation, you may need to protect yourself from their actions. Remember, when evaluating foundations, That when a change is necessary, the new beginning of Kane may be just over the horizon. We pulled Kane the other day. I don't know if I posted that video. That was rough. And I'm actually not gonna apologize for the emotions, yeah? Because it's fucked up. They got me fucked up. See, we're going through this transformation, and it's important to have the compassion while you're going through it. It's important to not let this shit harden you. Can you still feel? Can you still feel, or are you so fucking guarded that you can't feel shit no more? No clear focus. And I'm feeling, you guys are feeling it. You're feeling it. That's why you went beneath the surface and you fully submerged yourself. You went to the root of things, or getting to the root of things. I need to grab my charger. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Shift your perception. Yes, and that's what it is. Yeah. Shifting how we look at these things. Shifting how we look at the gods, the ancestors, yeah? The ones that the wicked man said was Satan. The ones that they made us push away and forget and call evil. Remember, they called you evil too. Remember that. Your ancestors, the slaves they had in chains. The ones that were chanting and beating on the fucking drums, calling out to nature, their ancestors, they called you evil too. Don't fucking forget that. Summer. Bask in the light. See, that nature energy, yeah? We've been tapping into this motherfucking bee. And that's that honeycomb. That shit that was preserved. It doesn't expire. Hold the fucking space. Hold the fucking space for those they told us to. They told us they're fucking evil. Basically, I don't even know what to say because they got me fucked up. Trust your talents in changing times. Trust when you're having a shift in perception, yeah? Times have changed. Times are changing. So our beliefs have to change too. The beliefs that no longer fucking resonate with who we are. It don't feel good within. It don't feel righteous. Dream catcher. Retreat and recharge. Yeah, retreat from what doesn't feel right, what doesn't fucking bring fucking harmony, bring stability, balance. Look, he's meditating. That gives me like hourglass vibes, Merkaba vibes. Yeah, we're the vessel. We're able to tap into different dimensions. We have that power. And they wanted us to forget. Look at that. She's remembering. That's just like my painting that I just did. And I felt that energy of like looking deep within, looking into the Milky Way, looking into the fucking unknown. The spaces that they speak, they know nothing of, but we know. When we look at it, we see something and we remember something. Hold on, let me get my charger.